A raging feminist film called Don't Worry Darling is coming to theaters very soon, and we need to talk about it. It is starring Harry Styles. As you see, this is him here in a dress, and co-starring also is Florence Pugh. Now, this film is riddled with a lot of woke people who are involved with it, and this film is already showing that it is going to be pushing a lot of very insane things that have nothing to do with actual storytelling, but rather a lot of woke agendas and feminist propaganda. So, let's get into all the insanity with this film, because this is exactly what we continue to see coming from Hollywood, and this film is already going to be a disaster based on what we have seen from the behind-the-scenes drama. So Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde are feuding over Harry Styles' affair ahead of upcoming movie, says source. So that it turned out that there was a weird love triangle between the director, Florence Pugh, and Harry Styles, but it also had to do with the fact that Olivia Wilde was still married during the process of making this film, and she was having an affair with Harry Styles while she was still married. So this whole thing was already a mess, but Olivia Wilde is a mess, okay? She is a mess. She is not a great person. She continues to make terrible films, and now this is going to be yet another film that she's going to be coming out with that is going to be a film that will be pushing a lot of insane feminist propaganda. So Olivia Wilde's new movie, Don't Worry Darling, serves female pleasure during steamy scenes between Harry Styles and Florence Pugh. Now, the hilarious thing about all of this is that Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde, from everything that we have seen, actually kind of hate each other, which is kind of funny, because Olivia Wilde, when she was talking about the film and pushing the film and everything else, she was very much focused on the sex that is going to be in this movie and everything else, and you know, the female perspective that this movie is going to have with all those sex scenes. So this is one of the things that she decided that she was going to say about all of that. Wilde's directorial career, okay, so that's about her background and everything else, which we don't really care about. After a tumultuous attempt at working with Shia LaBeouf, she then turned to Harry Styles for a secondary role in a stacked cast. It was a surprisingly difficult part to cast, in large part because of the kind of material. So apparently she had a lot of hard times getting male people involved with it because of some of the feminist type of aspects of this film is going to be portraying, which I thought was very interesting, and honestly that's pretty based of Shia LaBeouf for not wanting to get involved with this film at all, and I honestly have a lot of respect for him for that. But now Florence Pugh, who is the lead actress, is coming out in direct opposition against Olivia Wilde, the director, by saying that she is sick and tired of people focusing on those types of aspects of the film that really have nothing to do with the actual story. Bigger and better. Actress says she's done talking about sex scenes and wants people to focus on the whole of the new movie. So the 26-year-old actress spoke to Harper's Bazaar magazine about the NSFW scenes with herself and Styles in the trailer of the movie, which have generated a lot of attention, and said that the people who made it are bigger and better than that. So she is apparently throwing a lot of shade at Olivia Wilde in some of the comments that she's making here, as you can see. So when it's the film, when it's reduced to your sex scenes or to watch the most famous man in the world go down on someone, it's not why we do it. It's not why I'm in this industry. Obviously, the nature of hiring the most famous pop star in the world, you're going to have conversations like that. That's just not what I'm going to be discussing, because this movie is bigger and better than that, and the people who made it are bigger and better than that. Which, of course, if you look at the comments that Florence Pugh makes about it, she doesn't really say what the film should be focused on or anything like that. But with all that aside, and let's not get things twisted here, Florence Pugh is herself a pretty woke person as well, which, you know, is not really saying much. That's not a shocking thing to say about anyone coming from Hollywood these days. But with all that aside, this film looks like it is going to be a complete disaster based on just the drama behind the scenes on it and everything else. But it is going to be focused very much on a lot of the feminist type of agendas and everything else. So with that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this film. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.